Sometimes this reality and this unreality confront each other, and then we are faced by a contrast which is incomprehensible.
Will these shoes hold us up or what's the Christmas thing? He smiles on all the world tonight. I'm glad the shoes are in plain sight. Into each some toys will fall. If the child has been good at all.
Hi, my name is Christine and I'm from FD2209 from ESMOD KL.
So actually the concept of my collection is inspired by the Voyager Golden Record. So what it is basically this gold disc that they sent into space in 1977, and on it were images of us, of Earth to send to the aliens. So what I took from it was, how do you communicate beyond human means, and what does it mean to reach out to someone who doesn't speak your language?
So my inspiration is based off of Armageddon, and it's basically kind of like visually taking the end of the world scenario and taking all that chaos and grittiness into like my clothes. So I translated that in like kind of hardware, very silver, very distressed and grunge vibes into the clothes.
这次的作品的灵感是来自于自我意识的一个构建，所以我用的是一个树屋作为一个灵魂的载体，所以我会用故事叙述的呈现去表达我的作品和整个 collection.
For my inspiration for my final collection is actually a subculture in Congo, which is Lasab. Lasab is actually the full, is a short term in Société des Ambiances et des Personnes Élégantes. So it's actually a group of African people. They go to French and bring all those luxury items back to Congo, and then they every day wear those luxury items. But then their living environment is actually just like normal African. It's broke and then it's dirty, but every day they wear super luxury. So it's a super contrast things. So in my collection, there's like a low-key side and then the show-off side.
My concept is reminiscence of memory through objects. So you can tell from my collection, so I get inspiration from furniture and daily life objects.
Wow, I'm just really blown away. Like before I came here, I have a very high expectations, but after seeing the students' work, I'm just like, wow. Like they didn't just design the clothes, they also designed the environment around the clothes. And like the photo shoots they did, the campaigns they did, it really, I can see a very strong identity.
Based on all the concepts we saw today, there was a lot of very thoughtful design, and I feel in the industry right now, in terms of reducing waste and sustainability efforts, it would be really important for every student to really take up 3D design to prepare them for the real world, because there's so much more potential of what we can develop together without jumping straight into pattern making and sample production, and that really reduces waste in the whole fashion chain.
You need to again watch and learn a lot of things from outside the industry, but also have a sense of not necessarily pigeonhole yourself to I want to be just a fashion designer or just I want to launch your own brand. There's so many different career options in the industry. Look beyond that and find something that really speaks true to yourself. Yeah.
A lot of talented people and designers and creative stylists. I think there's a variety of students who are potentially can do really well in styling, and some are very good designers, some are very technical talents. So I think they just have to find themselves and ask themselves what they want to do for their future.
Well, it's very difficult to learn much when you're a student. You're probably still trying to figure out a lot of things, but hopefully they can gain some skills, and if they're very lucky, they can already create an identity for themselves. That's the hardest part in fashion.